Hey, hey, we we live. Hey, hey,
Yo, Rick
hey,
make the
hey.
motherfucking slap, nigga.
Let's go share this out.
You know, Young Rick made this shit.
What's up?
I'm always keep it real. I don't deal with a faithful, and I ain't stuck up in my feelings. All I know is do me, stay hunting about it low key. Taste hard to taste good, and if you fall, stand up. It tastes going all
If I said I'ma do it, then
in.
I'ma do it. Want my stats, my facts, check out my moments, how I elevate. Through the fake love and the hate, kept it a buck, and people kept.
I don't know what happened to him. Yeah, when he leave, he take everything, the music and all. How you guys doing this morning? I am still sick, so hopefully I can get together for the show. I don't know what he's doing. That nigga left off the stage. I don't know what happened to him. He took the music, he took everything. I still don't know where that nigga's at. Hey, hey T, what's up, JoJo? Hey Quincy. Well, I'm here too, and I don't feel good. Are you back? I think maybe, possibly.
Only man I'm ever waiting on is me for this work. I'm charging by the bundle of flash.
Hey,
Every
we
second,
back.
I hit another level. Won't be happy till I'm
You
blowing
back,
7 digits.
nigga. What fuck?
Yo, what's up? What's up? What's good? What's good? Thanks for tapping into the early bird special in this bitch. Hey, a 50 Capone.
Shampoo.
Welcome to Real Blunt, the show where we keep it real, we keep it blunt, we keep it black love and unity. You know how this shit go, man. Thank y'all for tapping in with us this early morning, this Saturday morning. How was
My
everybody
bad for
week?
the
Let me know
technical
who in the building.
difficulties.
Go ahead, babe. What'd you just say?
My bad for the technical difficulties. I mean, you just took everything with you. Ain't got no music, ain't got nothing on. Just okay.
My bad. I
That's
was trying to share
it.
the stream out and everything. That was my fault. I didn't know it was gonna just take me all the way like that with it, with everything. Next time I'll just do it from the laptop. That's my fault. But welcome everybody. Welcome. How's everybody weekend? How's everybody weekend starting? How's everybody week been? Hey, man, for us it's been great. Um, life be life and shit. Life be life, and all you can do is live this motherfucker. Make your decisions, make your choices, and pray for the best. Work for the best outcome. That's what we always do. I hope everybody's been safe. Have a great weekend. Shout out to whoever tapped in. I see we got some more people in here viewing. Let me know who you is. Leave a comment. JoJo Johnson, Quincy, what's good, my guy? Always in the building.
Everything I talked about, went ahead and did it. If it ain't about the love, then they must be about the hate. Fuck what a pussy nigga saying, get your paper, homie.
I ain't worried.
I still wasn't feeling good when I came on, so don't mind me, y'all. Just trying to get my life together.
It's in my blood.
I don't know why that comment didn't jump up, but whatever. It may pop up. We'll see. But welcome. Let me know what's going on with y'all. How was y'all weekend starting off? I know my guy Quincy at work. I know he at work for
Headed
sure.
to it. He's headed
Or
to
headed
it.
to it pretty soon. Man, we appreciate everybody tapping in, always tapping in. It's much love. Much love. I hope y'all caught the new latest episode we dropped this couple of days ago. And we're going to be bringing you that same topic. We want to discuss it with y'all, though. We want to get everybody else's opinions and hear everybody else's voice. You see the email up there, Real Black Love. Oh, he said, no, chilling today. That's what's up. Hey, I hope the weather is great for you out there, my guy. I hope it's so great you can throw some steaks on the grill. Throw some steaks on the grill and chill, man. But, we want to discuss all that with y'all, too. We don't like to just put our opinions out there and not hear everybody. We want to hear everybody. You feel me? We out here to chit chat and try and change some shit, change the way this dynamic is going. Talisha says she running some errands this AM. That's always a good thing to do. That's always a good thing. That means shit's getting done. That means the job is getting done. That's what's up. We appreciate y'all. Definitely tapping in, though. Make sure y'all share this out for us. Get everybody else to tap in. We're going to have a good discussion, see how this religion, faith, and spirituality plays into our community and how important and what we really, where we need to go. Where we need to go with all this. Baby, I love you. I know you're not feeling good. If y'all can't tell, she's not feeling the best. She's pregnant, she's sick, and today's not a good day. I know y'all know she's pregnant, but today ain't one of them days. So hopefully she can thug through the whole show. We're going to see how this goes.
Okay, let me calm it down a little bit. Yeah, I was still throwing up maybe 20, 30 minutes ago, so I was still throwing up. So
I was like, ooh.
Trying to get it together. He's like, are you okay? And I'm just looking at him like, not really, but thanks for asking. No, trying to get it together. Thanks.
Man, I'm sitting there looking at
okay, so what do you want to start with? I feel like some people need religion. So whether it's actual religion or spirituality, like some people need it. So what should people do? Should they be religion based? Should it be just like faith based? Should it be some type of spirituality? What you think?
I think that it needs to be, but I don't know if everybody out there understands the importance of religion anymore. Like the way this world is turning, the way things are set up in this world, the way everybody idolizes money and items and all the bullshit, it's kind of hard to, they're definitely, the churches and everything is strong out here. Religion still has its foothold, but we got to admit that the buffoonery, the fuckery, the devilishness, all the evil shit is rampant. It's big. Like a lot of people cater to it and don't realize they cater to it. A lot of people gravitate to it and don't realize that they gravitate to it. They feed into the negativity and all the bullshit. Jay said, real. Yo, what's good? Thanks for tapping in, Jay, over there on motherfucking YouTube. Appreciate you sliding through. Make sure you share this out for us. But a lot of people are really geared towards the negativity aspect of what's out in the world right now. So religion in its whole, I feel like it's kind of, it's taking a back burner. We gotta think about the new parents today. Religion, Quincy says, hey, Cabria Page, thanks for tapping in. Quincy says, religion only means to practice something every day or often. Example, I religiously make money. Come on. I dig it. You feel me? Talisha says anything we do with religion is sorry, it's supposed to be faith, spiritual based, but people will always be people. Big facts. People will always be people, but it's like in what I see in this society is people gearing more towards all of that. So with the new parents being out here, the new parents popping up, the new parents parenting, how many of them are actually putting religion into their or faith or spirituality into their children these days? How many are
God bless you.
excuse me. Thank you, thank you.
What's up,
Yo,
Norman?
what up, Norman? Thanks for tapping in, man. What up? What up? Chilling, man. Today the topic is religion, faith, spirituality in our community. But how many of the parents today are actually putting that faith, religion, or spirituality into their children to give them a base foundation? Back in the day, growing up, you know, my grandmother, her people, they went to church religiously. You know what I'm saying? Like that was what they did. Church Sunday, then the Wednesday, then they had the Thursday, then they had the they was going out and giving in the community, feeding the homeless. You know what I'm saying? My grandma used to cook a pot of beans like every weekend for the homeless. You know what I'm saying? And go help them through the church and stuff. There's people still doing stuff like that, but I mean, in today's society, how many parents do y'all think are actually still putting religion and spirituality and faith into their children? Let me know what y'all think. How many? What do you guys as
I
a
don't
family?
I don't be seeing too many, but most people or most yeah, I could just say most people, they're really just starting out younger and younger these days, having children. So if
Right,
they're not religion, like if they weren't raised in religion or if they aren't faith based at all and they never find that type of spirituality for themselves,
right.
then no, I don't be seeing it happen. What y'all be seeing.
See, and so okay, with that, that means there's a lack of morals, right? If the
Yep.
if the spirituality, religion, or the faith is not being taught, that means what morals are being taught. What you got to question what morals are being taught there, what ethics and all the whole extra. You know what I'm saying? We teach our children spirituality based and faith based. We don't necessarily focus on a specific religion. Talisha says many people are not practicing faith and godliness like my parents' generation and before them were, because we are living in the last days, which is making the spiritual war even harder. Come on, preach, Talisha, preach, Talisha, preach. Quincy says a lot, but it's the wrong faith and spirituality.
Okay.
Okay, give me some more on that. What is the right faith and spirituality? Is there a right faith? Let's see. Jojo Johnson says, I see a lot of parents forcing Christianity and etc. on their kids, but don't practice the religion they believe in. And that's big. That's a big one. How you gonna
Yeah,
preach it and not
you ain't
practice
gotta
it?
practice what you preach, motherfucker. Cause with me, I was confused. And I feel like I stated this already. Like I was confused. The shit that they were saying and the shit that they was doing wasn't matching. I was like, all right, okay. I feel
Right.
like
That's
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 kind
that
of crazy.
hypocritical
All
type
right.
shit, right?
Yeah. And then
Let's
wonder
not
why we
be
be fucked
hypocrites.
up later. What? Hey, hold on. What the fuck? At least I say what the fuck I say and do what the fuck I do, and I ain't gotta lie about the shit. So
Right. Yo, Norman, hey, again, thanks for tapping in, man. Share the live out for us, Norman. He says the way we were taught moral ethics in our youth has definitely been sugar coated and watered down. I'm saying big facts,
or
bro. Like,
non-existent, because there's
or it's
some that are
non-existent, right?
completely non-existent. Because you be seeing them. You be seeing them like, oh shit, you ain't had no. To me, that's like just goes with home training. Like there was no real home training for you, and I feel like
Right.
spirituality is supposed to be in there. So no matter if your parents tried religion or whatever, like they were trying to give you some type of spiritual standing, some type of
Guidance.
foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like if that's not what you could take from it and then really go forward in your life and build from that, like I feel like that's kind of on us. You know what I'm saying? But that should be crazy. Like you all need something. Look, something. You need something, and maybe your parents couldn't give it to you, but you still need to go find that shit.
Right.
False prophets. She says false prophets. Also, people put religious leaders on a pedestal instead of using it as a direction to find God for themselves and build their own relationship. Sure.
Man,
That
no
should be
lie.
crazy. Q says
I
the music, the things the parents bring into the home, drug abuse, mental abuse, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, like we got to
Yeah.
be more cautious as parents about making sure we instill the right ethics and morals, because ethics and morals is just the base principles that you follow and exhibit. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to just have these things, and yeah, you're supposed to exhibit these traits, these morals, these ethics, these
Yeah.
properties. You're not supposed to just know them,
You
but
ask
like
your
you actually
child
need to
to
do.
portray something that you don't portray
Right.
yourself. Why do you think they're so confused? You don't show
You
them your
can't.
shit.
Like we in this household, I like me personally, we don't believe like that any one religion is best or correct. Um, I think that they all have a good foundation to pull from. You know what I'm saying? A good foundation of morals, ethics, and values to pull from to start building your own moral, ethical compass up. You know what I'm saying? I think they all have been tainted by man because man is fallible in some way for whoever was in charge at that time. There's been different leaders, and the religions have been changed to fit a leader's agenda. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like there's, although they have been tainted by man, there's still good information in there to pull from. Talisha said, we need leaders, but they are not our gods. Exactly. They're supposed to be living examples to help the spiritual weaker, those that are weaker
Yeah.
spiritually. Exactly. They're supposed to be an example, a basic focal point, a rock that you can go to, point back, touch, see, and hopefully try to emulate. Hopefully try to pick up the traits that they're putting out there and say, you know what, this is a way to live. This is a way to treat other people. This is an example to follow. But what we have in a lot of leaders is fuckery, man. A lot of fuckery. Sarita in the building. Hey, top of it, top of it. Wake up. Look, she waking back with us.
All
Everybody,
right.
what y'all got in y'all blunt? What y'all got in y'all blunt? Let me know what y'all smoking on. But it's like the leaders these days, they want to be glorified, they want to be exalted, they want to be put to the top. He said, I don't
You
know what
hella
freaky sex game you
stupid.
and Jamie been playing, but you got to take the leash off before you get on camera, bro.
You
Oh, that's my
stupid.
hair tie, man. I forgot I had it on. It's my hair tie. Sometimes I just take it off and put it around my neck.
You as a whole fool. I was like, what?
Hey, that's Norman on them white runs today. That's what
I
I'm talking
told you,
about.
Q.
Yeah.
Your mind always in the motherfucking gutter, nigga. God damn. Just never
We over here
fails.
smoking on
Over
gelato
Q
right
with the
now.
shit.
Yo, that's hella funny, cat. That's hella funny, Quincy. You hella funny
I
dog.
swear I
Hey,
was
shout
confused
out to
and I
the
was like,
Full
oh
Cup
shit.
podcast, man. Make sure y'all stay tapped in with the Full Cup every Tuesday and Thursday, man. Start at 7 on the west, 9 in the, the rest. But look, man, I think it's we got to really start to, if we not going to church, you know what I'm saying? Okay, because we don't go to church, me and my wife. We don't do the whole church thing. I think a lot of church people are hypocrites. I think a lot of churches are full of shit. I think churches could do a lot more than they do. And I see some churches that, I fell out of churches, mosques, and all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been through the religions. I've studied the religions and all the whole shit. So I've been through them all, and I fell out of them all because man, it's fallible. You know what I'm saying? He said, man's wearing this souvenir from their trip to hedonism.
I
Hey,
love you guys. Y'all
we
so
do not front, bro. Like, ain't no bullshit. It's real blood, man.
Hey,
That's why
Grand
she pregnant
Rising.
now, because we do that. We make babies around here. We ain't scared. Hey, didn't they say to be fruitful and multiply, bro? So that's what we do. Nah. July Boykin, what's up? Thanks for tapping in. I hope I said your name right. I don't want to screw your name up, but I believe I
Felt
said
like
it
I was
right.
gonna fuck that up. I was just like, I'm gonna let him do it because that ain't. I
July,
don't want to do that
yeah, I
too.
think that's right. I believe that's right. Thanks for tapping in. Make sure y'all share this out for us. But yeah, if we don't go to church, if we don't take our kids and do all that, let's make sure that we put some type of morals into them that we believe is on the right, foundation in the right direction. Because what we see out here, a lot of Midwest, a lot of the South, here in Cali too. Let's not forget the West is real active too, but it's a lot of killings, and I think that's due to a lack of morals and a moral foundation. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think? Why do y'all think that's leading to it? Is a decline in religion leading to the
I think it's too many factors, to be honest. Yeah, religion and spirituality is a piece of it, but it's a lot of factors, I think.
I think it's a lot of factors too. But I think that that's one of, like what we said earlier, right? The
Do they have a
generation of
conscience?
parents.
I feel like that it would have to start there. Do they have a conscience? Because religion can assist, right? But if you
Right.
don't care about human life, if that's not a concern of yours, then religion is not exactly going to assist you with that. Like that has to be there already in order for it to grow from there.
Exactly. Talisha says we say religion, but really it's about teaching godliness. Exactly.
Completely.
Because and that's where, go ahead, what did you say, Beck?
I said completely because that's where a lot of people get it like messed up, all the way
Right.
twisted because they think religion is the thing, like the having to go to the outside, right? Once we have to go outside of ourselves and we can't find that godliness within, like, and you don't know how to show your children how to find that within you, then you're always
Hmm.
going to be reaching outside of yourself, no matter what.
True. True.
I think it's more about the money and less about the beliefs. Yeah. Yeah. So that's
Everybody
another
really
thing
on the
that
money. That's why we got so many homeboys turning on homeboys. So many. That's why we got so much snake shit. That's why we got so much snake shit going on. I be trying not to fuck y'all ears up with the coughing. Talisha says, because man messes up. Man can't change anything. We are weak vessels. We don't have the answers. So our morals ain't nothing without godliness. No, big facts. Like if we don't start instilling into our children morals and ethics, and like they say, cleanliness is next to godliness. Um, Forgiving is godly. There's godly things that we do in the world. Don't mean we like the big man ourselves, but I'm sorry, God made us in His image, right? So if that's the truth, then you have God in you, and a lot of people don't look within themselves to understand that. You know what? I have power in me. I have the ability to do um, X, Y, and Z. You feel me? So they always looking outside, like my wife said, they always looking for external here, there, and there. But if God made us in our image, you got the power within you. You just got to believe in yourself, look within you. But a lot of people don't do that. A lot of our youth today, they really on some demon shit. Like, oh, I'm a demon. Oh, they really go by that term demon, like hard, and they loving it. They loving it. And I think that's just due to a lack of one, the households. We already know our. Thank you,
yeah,
Norman.
the household.
Norman says facts. But our households are already in shambles. A lot of broken homes, a lot of young parents. You know what I'm saying? Talisha says, yes, definitely. He put everything we need in us. Big facts. That's what I be trying to get people to understand about
The whole part
themselves. Like,
is they don't ever want to understand it and then reach for those things because
right.
society makes it so easy to go towards everything. The easier thing is to be bad, right? To do to
Mm-hmm.
make bad decisions. That's the easiest thing in the world. That's what society promotes, especially for us in the Black community. That's what they promote. They don't care to see us doing good. So what they show us is what they fucking want us to be. And motherfuckers go right with it. Like,
Right.
okay. Oh, he getting
JoJo
deep
said,
this
"Oh, he
morning.
getting deep this morning." Hey, I stay deep. You know, people just be scared to have these conversations. You know what I'm saying? But this is real blunt, and we don't hold no punches. We don't pull none. We throw everything. But it's like, okay, if we don't tell our children and put that in them, and the fact that they not bad, you know, we gotta, the words we say matter. You know, everything we say, it matters. It affects, it resonates within us. And I'm a harsh guy. I got some powerful words. I'll fuck your feelings up with words alone, let alone physically, you know, like just with words alone, because words have power. You can hurt people's feelings like for a long time just by saying the wrong shit or the right shit in the situation. But if we don't start using the words to don't be laughing at me. If we don't start using our words to reinforce our children's belief system in themselves and in their abilities and in their goodness, godliness, then they're going to gear towards the heathenism. They're going to gear towards the negativity because it's always shown in this world. You know what I'm saying? The only thing that's going to be able to counteract it is the parents' interaction with them. But even that gets strained the older the child becomes. You know what I'm saying? They become more of the world and less, you know, the more factors outside influences. You know what I'm saying? They got all the social
Yeah.
media, they got all of their friends. You know, we homeschool our children, but a lot of people send their kids to school. So they got all their friends at school. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of different influences that are driving them to do, excuse me,
A
or
lot of
geared
different shit.
towards, yeah, some negative shit. You know what I'm saying? So if we're not as parents taking the time to say, hey, you know what? I see you, woo woo woo. But I do realize some of our kids just fucking hard headed. It's fun. But we got to stop and say, hey, this is the right thing to do. This is the wrong thing to do. We got to give them examples from ourselves. If we're not going to be going to church, if you're not going to take them to a spiritual leader, if you're going to take the role of the spiritual leader, then you have to make sure that you're teaching the spirit. Talisha says, but some people don't know how to tap into that. So religion can be a regimen or practice to get to that shift of change of mind and heart, which shifts their life. That's what I do believe
and
too. That's
and
why I
and
say,
I feel it, and I feel like that goes right with like therapy, right? Those
right,
things are supposed to be things that you use. For me, I like stepping stones, right? This is
right,
supposed to be a stepping stone to where I can get me to where I'm really trying to go. If you cannot see that that's what it is really supposed to be, because you're saying a regimen or practice, you're supposed to do it, get practice, and then once I feel okay, I got this by myself. You're supposed to be able to take it on by yourself, and that's where I don't see people do it. They're quick to
right.
just let me go over here and pray about it, and then it's okay, but I don't have to change anything. And it's like, that's not, I think you're missing the point. Like, I'm thinking
How do you
sometimes
not
they're
have to
missing the
change
point. Like,
anything?
okay, that's like saying sorry without change behavior, right? I don't accept it,
Right.
but okay. Sure.
How do you not have to change anything? I don't get that part. What do you
Never.
figure? uh, I don't see how people have that type of audacity to be like, you know what? I'm fine just the way I am. I don't have to change anything. I know even with myself today that like in my form today, I feel like I've mastered a lot of me, you know what I'm saying, through self-reflection and growth, but I still have things that I need to change, that I want to change, you know what I'm saying? This is a life that we're continuously growing through. And if we don't have a solid foundation, we're not going to know which direction to grow. When comes time to grow, you're either going to grow the right direction or the wrong direction, and that's going to be based off your principles, your morals, your foundation that was that you hold. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to have their own. When me and my wife first met, we had subtle differences. Jojo Johnson says, and when you teach and be an example of what you're teaching. Most
That
definitely.
was
I
that.
definitely
That was that. Practice what you preach.
practice what you
If
preach.
you're not practicing what you preach, I don't take well to people like that. Like it
Right.
doesn't make sense to me. Like it didn't make sense to me as a child. It doesn't make sense to me as an adult. So if that's how you are, I usually keep my distance. But yeah, I need people who practice what the fuck they preach. Cause don't tell me some shit and then some other shit pop up later. I'm gonna go, okay, cause you said this. I remember that lady. That lady kept saying, Jamie, you keep telling me that I said, and I said, well, you said. Don't say some shit and nigga want to change it later. Like I don't listen to your words as well as pay attention to your actions. That's crazy.
Right. Jojo Johnson says prayer without works is dead. No lie. It really
Yeah.
is. Like prayer, I'll tell people that's like a polished shit, man. Like prayer in one hand, shit in the other. See which one gonna fill up faster. Because if you don't get up and do no motherfucking work, that prayer is like dead. Like God ain't gonna just, oh, you're just sitting there. Sure, here I'm gonna give you this, that, and the third. No, 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 no. You gotta pray for what you want. Put it out there in the universe. Let God know. Let the universe know this is what I'm trying to do. My intentions are pure. I'm trying to be right. You know what I'm saying? No matter what temptations come my way, no matter what evils or hardships, I'm gonna be steadfast to this mission. This is what I want, and go for it. Go do the work. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the work gonna be slow. The process might take a long time, but
Hey, you gotta prepare
keep doing
yourself
the
for
work.
that because keep going.
And you
Fuck
might not
going.
even have people that want to fuck with you during it. You know what I'm saying? But keep going. Just keep fucking going. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna teach, like I try to tell my kids all the time, I don't care really like about religion because I think religion is not the end all. Like Talisha said, godliness, to be in tune with that God element, to be on a vibration where you are aware of your comments are coming in slow. That's a little delay. Um, but you got to be in tune with that element in order to say so that you have conscious thoughts and decisions at all time, and you're not being lustful and heathenish and do it all. You know what I'm saying? Like example, like everybody know me and my wife looking for another wife. Um, Recently took this chick out. Didn't like it was a real good time. You know what I'm saying? Basically, every time me and the chick was together, like it was real high sexual energy. Never slept with her though. And in that time, although that pressure was there, I kept in my mind that that's not what I'm after. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm really trying to get to know this chick. I'm really trying to build something. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep that in my vision. And in doing so, it revealed a lot of shit about myself. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot more about me, but I did learn about the chick as well. You know what I'm saying? But in that situation, I feel like I had to be stronger because a weaker individual would have took advantage of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Every time, and I feel like I held it down right then and there, and I accomplished my goal. And next time it'll be better and better. It's gonna be better and better. But being in tune with that godliness and understanding that there's a choice to be made here, and that's going to lead to another path. It's going to go down one road or the other. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, baby. So being conscious in that element, in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, where you gonna go? Which way you gonna go down this road? You know what I'm saying? So I made those decisions right then and there in those moments. Like, yo, we gonna go this way, and we gonna keep it on this vibe that we're trying to stay on, and we're not gonna let it get back on that other shit. That came from years of growth, years. That took a lot of effort, a lot of practice, a lot of patience. You know what I'm saying? You don't just get there overnight. I can't lie, but if I didn't have the foundation I had and the growth pattern that I have, I would have probably chose a different route. I probably would have knocked it down. You know what I'm saying? Like every time. But I'm thankful for my ability, my morals, my foundation, my ethics, and my ability to be able to diffuse that situation in the right way. You know what I'm saying? Handle it in a good way. And Shorty was thankful too. You know what I'm saying? She respected it. It was cool. But this comes with a solid foundation. Everybody out here, we need to make sure that we teaching our children better. You know what I'm saying? We need to make sure that we building the foundation of ethics and morals for our children so that they can one, like JoJo said, be the example, practice what you preach. You know what I'm saying? Teach that shit and show it. You know what I'm saying? Walk the walk. Don't just talk the talk. People out here talking, but again, just really chasing money. The ethics, the morals, the values, the substance that makes good people isn't being taught. It's being thrown by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? Like Norm said earlier, it's fucking watered down now. It's a damn near non-existent.
There
This
ain't no
shit
more
kind of
family.
sucks. You said what, babe?
There ain't no more families. So without
Right.
actual family dynamics, uh, shit is gonna fall by the wayside. You can't catch everything when you're raising a child or children. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
By yourself, like it's a lot to take on, and that's why we're not supposed to have the dynamics of single parents. And it's a lot more of that shit. And if it's
No
not
lie.
single parent, still broken families some type of way. So that goes into for me, I feel like I seen that plays into it a lot more because it's one person trying to make sure this child or children have everything possible, right, to be okay. Like make sure that
Right.
kids they good, and that it means they gonna miss some stuff. So
Hell
need
yeah.
more families, because it's a lot. Even look, we a two parent, right, and it's a lot. It's a lot even on two. That's why they say
Yeah.
it takes a
Yeah.
village. I don't know where these villages at, but we need to fucking create them again because this shit ain't working out, and we can see with all the results that are happening everywhere. It's getting
Yeah,
crazy.
no lie. Do you guys think it's a right religion? Let me know what y'all think. Like, is there a right religion? Out of all the religions out there, is there one that's better than the other? Is there one that is more important or one that everybody should stick to? What do y'all think? Me personally, what you think, Beck?
Who defines right? Who defines normal? That's where I want to say it because I'm just so frustrated about the question. No, I just know none.
Nah, I don't think so either. I think the right religion is only pertinent to each individual. You know what I'm saying? I think the person is right for that religion, not a religion right for everyone, but that religion is right for that person. You know what I'm saying? Um, you, you got people that
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly. I'm just gonna go no to nothing because yeah, that's crazy.
That she said, whatever person's belief is, they think it's right. That's why they're in it. LOL. Jojo Justice says, I think Muslims are really consistent. Okay, I see that. And they are, no lie. Muslims are very consistent, fucking consistent like a motherfucker. But I don't think that there's any one right religion. Like there's hella different religions. Why do y'all think it's so many religions? That's the crazy to me too though. But I don't think there's one right religion. I think each individual person is, if they're looking for religion, they'll find their fit. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's why there's so many different religions. I don't know. I just know that we're not supposed to be divided, and I feel like the church being so divided is just dividing. That's what y'all think. I don't know how that makes sense. If we're not supposed to be divided, but there's so many different religious denominations out there, then how the hell? Talisa says, from the beginning of times, it's always been more than one religion. JoJo says, but I don't think religion is important. It's the relationship you have with God, not the religion you believe in. There we go, and there goes to what faith and spirituality.
Yeah.
Religion, I think, is like a construct to get you to start understanding the concepts of godliness, the reality,
need more. Like,
a lot more guidance.
a lot more guidance. How we said earlier, T said that they can't find it within themselves. So if you need that type of assistance, then religion could be really good for you, right? Like for me, a stepping stone. It should be that stepping stone to help you understand that these things are actually within you. So if you don't see it at first, cool. Use whatever you got to use to fucking make yourself understand that shit. But once you fucking get it and you say, oh, it's here, I just have to tap into it. I just have to be it. I am, right? That's where the sayings I am come from, because I am this. If you choose to be it, you can be it, but you have to choose it. So
let it be, it be.
Understand.
I don't think people believe in themselves enough. I think they believe too much in religion. I think religion takes away that belief in self, and or it gives people a crutch to lean on too much, and they don't go discover themselves like they really should. You know what I'm saying? I see people go from church to church to church to church, and I wonder, I'd be like, why? Like, why are you going to so many different churches? Like, ain't they all supposed to teach the same thing? Like, have the same teachings? Like, why are you going to so many different churches? Or is it just that you? That's what I was going to say. Or is it just that you want to just be involved in that community all the time? That's why you go. Like, but when I say the different church, like they actually switch churches. Maybe it's the pastor or that congregate. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me know why y'all think.
You would literally have to talk to that person, because each person has their own fucking reason. So you would have to talk to a person that it happened.
Me, like I know, like with me, I switched, from religion to religion just because I wanted to learn, and in my youth, I was trying to figure out which one was the right one, which one was the closest one to the truth, which one was closest to the original practices of our people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I kept trying to do. JoJo says religion causes self-doubt. It does, like a motherfucker. I see people hey, have a seat, babies. I've seen people. Would you say that?
That was nice and loud.
Oh, I know. Did you guys hear them in the background? The kids loud as hell. But I've seen people self-esteem just completely shot. But on the other hand, I've seen a self-esteem pick up as well. Talisha says all pastors are not the same, and I get that. Quincy says, nah, I kept switching because I was fucking the pastor's daughter. Hates. I just started. Talisha says all ministries are not the same or has the goals. Everyone's spirituality is not the same. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I get that. That's definitely true. I've been to many different churches, mosques, synagogues, and the vibe from each leader in each one, whether it was the rabbi, the imam, or the pastor, it was always a different vibe. It was always community, but you could see the ones. There were some places I went, and it was like the pastor just wanted to be really glorified. There are church hoppers, like set hoppers.
Hella funny because
I
I
mean,
never thought of that.
I've never thought of that.
Oh my
Like,
gosh.
I
Okay.
never thought of,
Thank
okay.
you for a new perspective.
They just hop churches. Okay. But you can see the pastors who want to be glorified and who aren't in it for the right reasons. And you can see the ones who are, who really love it and love teaching and actually give it to the community. The church across the street from us is small, but they're faithful. You know what I'm saying? We can count on them same cars pulling up every Sunday, um, like clockwork. You know what I'm saying? And he's a good dude. I know him. I talked to him. I went in there and said a couple times just to, be in the spirit and hear the word and, see how he is as a pastor. And he's pretty good. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that in church individual. I don't believe that's not me. So I don't do that. Like I'll go once in a while, like maybe if I'm feeling that pastor or I like them and I want to, visit their congregation, their church, I'll go. You know what I'm saying? He's a good dude. He's strong. He's powerful with it, and he knows what he's talking about, and he does it honestly. Again, he's not. I don't see him being one of them greedy ones. He's a small church, and he takes care of his building out of his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like he puts into his building his ministry, like himself. I don't think he uses like he has a small congregation, so his donations can't be that. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them big mega churches. So he's doing a lot of it himself, and I think that's somebody that really believes in what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's people. That's a leader you need to try and get behind. That's what people like. If you're in a church or something, that's the type of leaders you're trying to find. Talisha says pastoring is a service of time, money, counseling, helping the less fortunate, and educating is supposed to be. Right. And with that, you just got to make sure that you, like, if you're a teacher, pastor, deacon, I don't know all the ins and outs of it because, again, I don't go sit in the churches and all that no more. But be honest with it. Have a good heart with it. Be earnest. I know men are fallible, women are fallible, people are fallible. Lust is out there, and greed and envy and all the whole shit, and it reaches far and wide. But if you're in those positions of power, you got to be stronger than that, man. You got to not be the greedy one. You got to not be the taker. You got to hold your position down. Don't be that wolf in sheep's clothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then what do we do with those individuals that are? How do we really get rid of them all the way? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't believe in just hurting everybody. You know what I'm saying? Although I'm a big violent motherfucker, I don't believe in just hurting everybody. So it's a little short of whooping their ass and dragging them and all of that. How do we identify them and get rid of them? And how do we get these morals and ethics back out here and reach? Look, see, there you go, Quincy. Slap them around a little bit. I'm just saying, like, that's where our head goes. But I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to see if we can get a peaceful resolution to these fake leaders out here, these false prophets, these heathens, these wolves in sheep's clothing, man. Like, it's too many of them. I've met a lot of them. I remember, I'm not going to use no names or anything like that, but when I was in the Nation of Islam don't play. Shout out to the Nation of Islam, the FOI, you know what I'm saying? I witnessed and I experienced a lot of things with them brothers. And there was a situation where they found an agent, and they, boy, look, like somebody that was working against the cause, you know what I'm saying, and was like a heretic. And they held a meeting. They had a council. And when I say this dude was sweating bullets, I mean pouring bullets, like he was, it looked like he was standing in fire the way this dude was sweating in front of that council. And I respected that because it wasn't violent, but it was direct. When I say direct, whew, you ain't never seen the most serious setting, I don't think, then that right there, boy, it was boom, boy. I mean hard. it was a sight to see. But I think accountability meetings like that need to be held a lot more with certain shit. Talisha says holding them accountable and making sure their actions match the apology. Man, I'm so tired of fake ass react apologies and motherfuckers who sit there and try and throw that wool over your eyes real quick. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just gonna apologize to appease, and then I'm gonna slightly change my actions and hide it in this way and do the fuckery in a little slick way. Once a snake, always a snake, right? Quincy says the best thing to do is expose them. Yes, see, and that's what happened in that meeting. What I say, funny. This shit was so funny, man. Oh God, the I think everybody has seen people sweat before and seen that embarrassment. You know how you get. Jojo says how they feel about religion in the army. Religion in the army is just
Like
you can be whatever you
indifferent.
want
I
to
don't
be.
feel like this. Yeah, indifferent. That you just and when you state it, it's on your tag. So be prepared to state whatever you stating.
Yeah,
So
they
wearing it, wearing it now. Are you
they don't
sure?
have any they don't have any problem with whatever religion you want to be. You could be,
They don't care. They'll provide you
but
whatever little services you want to. Yeah, they don't care.
it's
Look,
that's
are
a
you gonna do your job
whole
better? Cool.
yeah.
Do it.
You
They'll
gon'
let
you
you
gonna
do it
really
better.
commit? Yeah, cool. They don't give a two fucks.
They
They
don't
don't
care.
give two fucks. They don't give two
Mm.
fucks. But holding people accountable and really exposing them. A lot of people want to cover shit up, right? I don't understand that
Yeah.
shit. Like, why do you want to hide the fuck up of this fuck up? I fucked
To
up.
not
You know what I'm
change.
saying? I have fucked up
Not,
and I ain't never hit it. You said what, man?
to not change.
To not, so they don't change. I'm saying, why do not
Yeah.
the individual? I'm saying people around them. They like there's individuals who help these people hide this shit. They won't expose them and bring them all the way to the light. Like, why? Why do you want to not expose? Is it what is this motherfucker? How? I don't get it. I don't get it. If you see them fucking up, if you see that they are not that individual that they're supposed to be, if you see that they actually a snake, if you see that they in a position they probably shouldn't be, why do people not want to speak up and challenge that shit? Why do we want to sit passively and just be like, he did it because like I see people make up reasons for the motherfucker that's fucking up. Like you're validating this shit and accepting it, and you just quietly
So
being,
enabler.
yeah, like basically.
Yeah.
I'll be
Dude,
right back.
I don't know what's happening this morning, guys. They're on one. But when he's talking about, I feel like those people are enablers for sure. Religion. This one's interesting for me because I did grow up in Christianity, and I actually went to a Christian school as well as a Christian church. So it was interesting. The first couple years in school, a lot of stuff that you can learn without being surrounded with that type of stuff, and I don't think you're supposed to believe so much outside of yourself. So religion is cool. It could work. It could give you morals and stuff, but like to always use it and never look within has that was that self-doubt JoJo had mentioned. Like it could give a lot of people self-doubt, which is crazy because then we go into the world not knowing how to do certain stuff, and then that's where people just run back to the church house. And I'm like, oh, so this isn't cool. This isn't working. And then I gotta see how different religion works for other people, right? Especially if you've been in it long term. Because some of the stuff that I hear from people who religiously go to church, it don't be making sense to me. I get confused a lot with people. Make this shit make sense, please. That'd be great. And then it don't be happening. So it could be a crutch. I see a lot of people use it as a crutch. I like when I see people that can like thrive in life and they're religious because it shows me a different dynamic So it's cool, but people are interesting, and the way the human brain works, like everyone takes religion differently, and so it gets interesting. I don't think I know from too many people from different religions besides Christianity. So I definitely like to hear different perspectives from other religions too, to see kind of where
I'm
they're
back.
at in their life, and then how those morals and stuff, and how like morals standards they differ, but how they apply in their life is always interesting to me too.
I was
What are they
listening.
doing?
Going in
What
the
are they
backyard.
doing?
I had to
Good God.
put some clothes and jackets on them because it's windy out there real quick. I did.
Oh,
They go about they're trying to go in the backyard. Oh, our kids are so nuts. I love watching them though. It's so funny. Um, but I believe you. What were you talking about right now? I caught the tail end.
but um, basically, how religion can apply later in life, especially when people like religiously go, whether it doesn't matter the religion, just when they go
Right.
religiously. There's some who I don't see like them doing too well, right, in life, but they religiously go to church in some form. And then there's some who I see who are thriving, right? And they actually religiously go to church. So like it's interesting to see the different type of dynamics. And
Hmm.
I also said that I didn't know too much about the other religions besides Christianity. So I would love to
Okay.
hear from other people like that too, because I like to hear different perspectives
What
and then
religion are
kind of
y'all? If you
how
guys are religious out there,
how
what
it
religion
applies
are
to
you?
them.
I know in our community, a lot of the black community is Muslim and Christianity. There's some Catholics as well. My grandfather, he was Catholic. So I had a diverse uh, religious background growing up. Like the people around me were my grandmother, she was 7 Day Adventist Christian, and my grandfather, he was what is it, Catholic, some Knights. I can't remember exactly, but and then I had a cousin that was Muslim. I love it. He said Quincyism. That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what I'm talking about. Delisha said Jewish. Okay, okay. Like you lie because you're Christian. I know you are. But I
That's
think
funny.
each individual, because he says we believe in God, but we'll still send you to hell. You better believe it. Hey, real quick, motherfucker. I don't know who you think you playing with, but you
We
gonna have
don't
that conversation. I know, Talisha. I know. She
feel
said,
funny.
"Nah, y'all know Christian." I know. But then I also had a partner, real close friend of mine, that was Jewish. So I used to go to the synagogue with him, and it was a different experience as well. You know what I'm saying? Um, whatever your religion is, that to each his own. I always believe. I can't knock nobody for what they believe in. We can't knock nobody. We're not supposed to. But in this world, like in Syria, Palestine, and back over there in the East, they got wars going on over this shit. You know what I'm saying? Um, but not the white Jesus Christian. Okay, hey, look. So if you guys caught our last episode, right? I'm gonna ask you the question. All right, Jesus did. Let me know if I'm saying it right. You said he coming back with sword in hand, right? Is if that's right, right? Which Jesus do people be praying to? Is it the one that's coming back with the sword, or is it the old one that was the healer and the forgiver and all of that? Which one? Do people even think about that? I don't know. It's a question I ask because if that's the case, I mean, just let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Which Jesus is it? Is it one and the same? I mean, of course it's one and the same, but he said he coming back on some other shit, right? If that's the case, If I say I'm coming back, like I'm coming back in a different form. Let me know what y'all think, man. Give me some, man. Give me some feedback on that one. Swinging that sword, man. That's the one I want. I ain't gonna lie. If he's both LOL and no people never think of God as the enforcer. See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Like, how
what
don't
do
you?
like how not? This is like I want to know. I can't. I don't know if I'm the only one that think of this or the first one, but I mean, who really does think about that when they talking to God? Do they think about that enforcer part of it? Do they think about that wrath part of it? That other side of the coin, where it's not gonna be so peaceful and forgiving and all of that,
Rainbows and
or do
sunshine.
right? Or do they just always expect it to be the rainbow and sunshine? Like I don't know. I think that we need to be aware that there's just like us. Talisha said they don't teach that, and if they do, they teach it to judge people in a toxic way. Ooh, ooh.
And it's
See,
kind of crazy that you say that because, yeah, like they do. And it's like crazy, man. The shit that you can see growing up actually surrounded by church. Like, oh, that's the other thing I stated that I grew up in a Christian church, but also a Christian school. So that was up
right?
until seventh grade. That was up until seventh grade for me. So I'm like, so they say a lot, right? They're saying a lot, but the things that they do don't be matching. You know what I'm saying? So like you can always say a lot, and if you can't make your actions match, that shit's crazy. They don't understand
That's
they're
the
being
shit I
hella
never
toxic
liked.
themselves. Like, oh, all right.
That shit is not okay with me. That fucking hypocrite shit. Jojo says Yahweh. She also says the letter J wasn't even a letter back in those biblical times. No, big facts. And a lot of the shit today is made up. Listen, Talisha says there are a lot of cookie cutter Christians. They cut off what they don't like and preach what they agree with it. Hey, and
Mhm.
that I do see. I do definitely see that a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I don't like about religion. You know what I'm saying? It gives people the ability to just kind of, oh, I'm gonna dismiss all of that other shit and just adhere to this right here. I ain't gonna worry about none of that other shit that's in there. Like, okay, if you gonna be a part of an organization, you have to follow the rules of that organization, right? Or you're not supposed to
But
be.
have you
I
seen everybody
mean,
today? Do they? Do they?
I'm saying though, I don't know. I thought that's how it went. You know what I'm saying? But you're right. You're right.
Humans and decisions.
Quincy says the Bible that we use is really influenced by the Spaniards. How the hell do we have a God named Jesus or Jesus or Jesus?
Ain't it crazy that you can it's spelled exactly the same and then you
Right.
change it? Like this English is so
It,
dumb. It's
this
so
English shit is stupid as hell.
that's fucked up.
Uh, okay, so then that leads me to question the Bible. Which Bible or which book, if they all say they, from God, that I've always believed that, you know what I'm saying? All of them are. It ain't no difference in none of these fucking religions except the name and the title of the fucking book. You know what I'm saying? Talisha says, I will say for Christianity, the best way to get the full knowledge, you have to actually study the Bible with the historical history and meanings as well. I dig that. You got to get all the information. And in that, I believe like you got to go back and understand the violent history of these religions as well. These religions took lives in order to establish their foundation. You know, there were crusades and multiple bodies dropped behind Christianity, Judaism, Islam. You know what I'm saying? And there was probably wars about other religions before that. You know what I'm saying? And it's an undeniable part of religion's history that a lot of people don't acknowledge, a lot of people don't see, a lot of people don't even think about because they're never taught it. You know what I'm saying? Talisha says in Africa they have the same scriptures from thousands of years ago.
Better. Yes, they do.
You say what, back?
The Medinetter, yes, they do. All the stuff that was
Yeah,
inscribed on walls that they decided to try to take, and
right.
when they tried to transcribe it, they took all of our feeling. We have a lot of feels, black people, colored people.
Oh, most
Like we
definitely.
feel things. So they didn't understand what the fuck the scriptures were really talking about. And then it's been translated over and over again, and everything's been watered down. And then that's what we're seeing is nothing. The things that they really took as far as the connection to the universe that we had, yeah, that's where we're getting this disconnect everywhere in this world.
But I like for me, that's another reason I really can't get down and follow religions is because there's too many different versions. There's too many different books. There's too many different interpretations. It's too tainted by man. Like everybody had their hands in it, and when they used it to enslave our people and put us in a position, you know what I'm saying? That really fucked me up with religion. Like, there's no way in hell I want to even hear to none of this shit. You whooped my ancestors' asses behind this motherfucking religion, bro. Like, you skinned us behind this bullshit, bro. Like, and I'm supposed to just get on bending knee 24/7 and keep repeating the same. Like, fuck you, bro. No, hell no. So Lisa says, yes, loss of translation. That's why studying the historical meanings are important. Right, big facts. You know, if a lot of people just take the information that they're given from the pastor and then they, just read the book just to kind of read it. There are very few who actually are studying religion, like where it came from, where what it's been through, how it's changed, and actually practicing this shit. Like they just kind of following a script. They kind of following a script, man. It's kind of it's sad to see, but they fucked us up with it. I think. You know what I'm saying? Whooped the shit out of us with fucking. Y'all know, like I know. Y'all know, like I know. They whooped our ass. Slavery and religion were they were like this. They were like this. They I can't even fathom like to experience that type of shit, to try. Oh, that it's crazy. I can't even fathom it. Like you gotta just put yourself in the mind frame back then, and think about the shit that our ancestors was going through. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they were literally reading this, whooping our ass, like trying to get us to believe in what the fuck they whooping us about. Talisha says, my question would be, why do you think they tried to manipulate and water down Christianity so much? White people gave us white Jesus, but Christianity has been around. Exactly. They keep trying
Right?
to
They tried to manipulate and water it down.
whitewash it.
Because they didn't have the feels that we have. We are able to connect with anything and everything on the planet. So they needed to find their way to have their connection, and they needed to force us to accept that, I think. So I think they watered out. Because if we had our level of spirituality when they have none, then yeah, we're winning in that aspect, and they don't like us to win in any aspect. So they had
Right.
to force some other way for us all to be on that same spiritual level.
Exactly. Talisha says
Allah.
all other religions have not been manipulated or watered down by white or Portuguese. Only Christianity. Yeah, I think honestly,
But you
I
notice
think with
that
Christianity,
Christianity is also what is pushed though in the black community as well. It's
yeah,
usually Christian. So I, it would go back to they had to try to tame us.
excuse me.
They don't like when we reach our potential, maybe
Hmm.
that's the best way to say that. Like once we reach our potential, we do things in a better way. That's why we know we're great, right? And then they have to try to tell us that we're not, give us that self-doubt. Because if you know you're great, you're gonna do great and you're gonna be fine doing great. So we can't have that.
He says that's not Jesus, that's Kenny G. Hey, but look, the way they water, I think I always felt like they
With
took
the
our
bronze skin and the wool hair. Cool. Okay.
right.
Yeah.
I,
That
I
makes
always
so
felt
much
like
sense.
they took our spirituality, our natural spirituality, right, and bottled it up, put it in the book. I feel like they whipped us into believing or conditioned us into equating our godliness, our natural spirituality, our natural self belief into this book, and use that book to put us in a position that we in. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I've always believed that they did with our. That's why the things are like they are. You know what I'm saying? When we step outside of religion and we get back to ourselves, we get to learning us and knowing you know, your true you really start to connect. You know what I'm saying? And outside of a religion, you exist like bigger. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a religion puts some constraints on you, them binds. Like you got to live within these parameters. You got to operate within these parameters. But God really has no parameters. You know what I'm saying? And if you're going to be godly, you can't have parameters on the way you operate in life, in a sense of who you're good to and where you know the kindness that comes out of you. Talisha says the Christianity after we got on the boat that we had to convert to was originally a type of Catholic, not the original African Christianity. Come on, and it's still the hell. Is there a delay there? Oh, there we go. And there's still that mentality being pushed around. Jojo says Christianity skips out on the most important parts of the Bible. Hmm. I think each religion kind of my sister's text says she's not feeling good. Trina says she's not feeling good. Um, but I think each religion is geared to teach in a certain manner and get the principles to their people. You know what I'm saying? If we don't take into our account that we got a whole lot of work to do, that our morals, our ethics, our values as a community, black community, is tampered, is tainted, is fucked up, it's lopsided. It should be the other way around, you know. And we gotta start to teach our children, hey, teach them from somewhere. I don't know where you're gonna gain your foundation. You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one. We got to start teaching. And if we see that they're not doing right, we got to be able to voice it. Like earlier, we said that people want to hide shit and not expose individuals who need to be exposed, or not get people out of positions that need to be moved out of the positions. We need to start actually being able to speak up and use our voice, not be afraid to. A lot of people are afraid to talk or go against the system, and that's where we fuck up at. Is we won't go against the system, and that right there will always keep us enslaved to the system. You
Tame.
know what I'm saying?
Look, it's gonna keep us tamed, watered down. They
Right.
don't want you to be great. If you fucking actually can state someone's doing something wrong, what do they call that? We're fucking stupid ass show. Whistleblower. Right? If you're doing the right thing and you actually decide to like say it, it's a problem for people. That's a real thing in the world today. And like there's no accountability. There's no ownership. I fucked up. I did. Look,
Right.
Not even like I tried to. It's human error all the time, but nobody can say like I actually messed up. My bad. I apologize. Like that would take what, humility? Is that what
Hella
that
humility,
is? Right? So like
humbleness.
none,
Yeah,
not a thing. I don't be seeing people do that. Like I messed up. Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that. Look, me, I be emotional. Some shit comes out fast sometimes, guys. So don't, like, just don't, cause my bad. My bad. I apologize. Let's start there from the jump, cause I pop off sometimes, and like people can't do that. Take that accountability and just say this is like right. So even if it happens, my bad. I would my bad, but fuck,
I love a person that can take
people have human
accountability.
error.
I love a person
Yeah.
that can take accountability for their actions and actually stand up and say, you know what, I fucked up. That's a hell of a trait, and a lot of people do not. They
Have that.
don't. They don't. They don't have it or care to obtain it. I don't think. I don't know. What do y'all think? Like, do you think people these days are looking more to have a scapegoat, like on when they fuck up, or do you see a lot of people actually standing up taking accountability? Me personally, I think a lot of people look for scapegoats, man. I think that they have a hard time taking accountability for their actions. I think that when it comes down to
So
actually,
the self-preservation.
yeah, okay, because of self-preservation. That's
Yeah.
big. That ain't no lie. They don't want to. Some things might fuck up their
Motherfuckers
life,
like to
right?
save face. They like to save
Right.
face.
It,
So
it
if
might it
they can
might be
save
too much
face,
for them to
then
take.
they gonna do it.
But if you believe, see, this is where the belief comes in, because God said that He won't put too much more on you than you can handle. You know what I'm saying? So if you believe and you know, then it's not gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make you stronger. Talisha says humility is hard for the world because of pride and ego. Embarrassed. Right, right.
But
People don't
see,
want to be
this
embarrassed.
still goes back to spirituality. Once you start to go into spirituality, so past religion, and you go into your spirituality, you say, no matter what, I have to learn how to be honestly myself. So if that means I messed up as a human being, I have to learn how to take accountability. And when you're too embarrassed to take accountability, you're not being your truest self, because if you're embarrassed, you don't feel good about that.
Right.
Nobody feels good about that. Like literally nobody. So you're gonna be fine with being embarrassed instead of being your true self and saying, "Hey, I apologize." Because usually when we fuck up, we don't mean it a good portion of the time, right? Okay, so you can't just I apologize. Like it's that bad to say I messed up.
I
I
fucked up.
apologize. I'm gonna do my best to make sure we're okay or build the trust or whatever has to happen at that point.
To
But like,
rebuild it.
how can it? That's how you know people don't fucking care about those types of relationships at all. Like they're
Right.
just fine with the non-accountability because then I don't care about this, and it's a certain level of care, right? Because I feel like people have their own levels of care, right? So you don't care enough about this to take accountability. So cool. Lets me know everything I need to know about you. Got it. And
Jojo
then being
Just
accountable.
says, we are the chosen people. It clearly says it in the Bible. The saying, God gives his toughest battles to his toughest soldiers. We are the soldiers, the strongest nation. And by we, I mean us. Big facts. Black people, our melanated people, our melanated nation. And they have us divided because they know, united, we run this motherfucking world. We run the world literally as it is right now. Black culture, um, black everything. You know what I'm saying? It is the foundation, the base for the way the world turns. And then everything else off of it is a fucking spinoff, a knockoff, a cheap replica of the original us. You know what I'm saying? Jojo says, not even accountability. Some people just aren't self aware to see where they are wrong at. And that's big fucking facts. Some people just
What's crazy
are,
is I've seen that at all ages too. Is
yeah,
that they
all
literally
ages.
don't fucking understand. You're fucking human too, stupid ass. You fuck up, whether it's your words or your actions, just like everybody else on this motherfucking planet. We mess up. It happens. And some people will be like, no, I'm perfect. What? Oh my God. Okay.
I don't get it. Like, for me, accountability has always been, I'd rather take my punishment now instead of trying to run and hide from it and then take it later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That was me. That was me. I just take
look,
it. Just
I'm not.
don't make me wait on it either, because that's never fun. I have to wait on the ass whipping. Can I just get this over with, please? Because damn,
Talisa
I
says
did it.
exactly.
I
Hey,
did
let
do
me
it.
know about y'all. Would y'all rather take your punishment right there at the gate, or you want to run and hide from it? Like, I don't understand that. Me personally, like, I don't want to. Look, okay, you caught me. I fucked up. This is okay. Yeah. Look, how's this unfolding? What are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, how am I getting punished for what we doing right now? Okay, let's whatever it is, let's make it happen. Because the thought of having to run and hide and lie and run and hide and lie and run, that shit is just the thought of it is exhausting in itself. But not only that, it compounds. Like the amount of trouble compounds over it. Like,
Hey, but what's cool is they never understand that what's done in the dark is always gonna come to light. So no
it's gonna
matter
come
how
to
much you
light.
try and hide that shit, when it piles up on your ass later, you're gonna be like, "What's happening?" And then it's always the ones who never see it, right? What's happening? You're like, "Wow, this is like a combination of hella years." And you don't even
Right.
nigga, you just
Okay.
that clueless in your own life. That's amazing.
Nigga, that's an
Some people
amazing
are.
amount of fucking cluelessness. Quincy said, give me my whooping now. Right. I'm
Right. Yeah.
saying I don't want to
Q,
wait.
you give me
I
that
don't
vibe, bro, because just do it and be done with
I'm
it. Like,
saying.
just go.
Talisha says I always like to get
Yeah.
it over with. I did wrong, my bad, but I also pride myself in having integrity.
Yep,
Exactly.
you give
To
me
be
that
able
vibe
to
too,
stand
T, because damn, it just can we be done? Like, cause and that's how you know you don't care to like fuck up what y'all have, right? But I'm
right.
gonna say I don't want you to still be mad later too, right? So can we just
Right.
have this consequence and just be done?
And let's just be
Are
over
we
with.
cool? You need a hug?
Because
I'm sorry. I apologize.
if we gotta drag this out, if I'm gonna be in trouble, like I don't want to do that, man. Can we not go down that road? I want to be able to say, you know what? Yeah, I did fuck up, and I didn't mean to, or however it happened. You know what I'm saying? But punish me now. You caught me. They caught me red-handed, damn it. The red-handed bandit. Fuck it. But that's the people I like. People like that can actually stand up and say, "Hey, I fucked up." JoJo says I was a kid that asked for the whipping because I knew it was coming. See,
Right.
yeah,
No, I did shit, but you
I
know
know
you
I
did
fucked
some
up,
shit.
and I know this
You
ass
always
whooping
know
is
it
coming.
too. So that's how you know you thought about it before, right? Because you did. You thought about it, be like, damn, I did it. Bad.
Not being
Bad.
able
We
to
do,
take
you know,
accountability is, I think, that's a weak ass trait. You know what I'm saying? I try to teach my kids all the time to stand up and take accountability and don't run. You know what I'm saying? From the consequences of your actions. Like, go ahead and handle it, because the longer you try to prolong it, the worse it's gonna be. It ain't go like if it's a problem and it's there and it exists, then it's a problem. And it's a problem that needs to be handled, and you'd rather handle it sooner than later. You know, that's what I try and teach all my babies. And I try to tell people around me. You know what I'm saying? My partners, the same thing. When we have our deep conversations, you know what I'm saying, we talk about all these same things. You know what I'm saying? But not being able to have accountability is like, dude, you really don't. Either one, you don't see the wrong in your actions. Two, you see the wrong in your actions and you really don't give a flying fuck. Or
yeah.
three, you just like completely oblivious, like you just a dumb motherfucker. Like you got some dumb motherfuckers that just make dumb mistakes. Like you know, you've seen them. I've known partners that people that are just nigga, you just got out of jail and you just did you going right back. What the fuck is wrong? Like you that stupid, or you just did some stupid. Like you know these people that they make the same mistakes over and over, and when they do make the mistake, they got a fucking reason that why. Oh,
That's
but
why I
they ain't
just
never
said
the
this shit the other day. Thoughtless.
they ain't never the problem. You said what?
Thoughtless.
Thoughtless. Yeah, completely thoughtless.
Some people are thoughtless, and you can tell because their actions show that they don't think prior to, they just do, and that alone will fuck you up. Like don't be
Right.
like that. You need to be able to think prior to, and so that of course I feel like those usually are the ones who don't care to take accountability because they are thoughtless. They're not going to really be thinking about the stuff prior to. They're gonna make that decision, act on it, and be like, oh shit.
They
Oh,
don't want
it
to
happened.
actually see what they're doing. People just do. They
Yeah,
just
what could happen from if you make this action or if you say these words? Like you just
fucking.
something's gonna happen.
I
There's always
can't live like that.
when there's an action, there's a fucking reaction, right? No matter what it is, when there's an action, there's a reaction. So if you didn't choose to think about what that action was there still a reaction? No matter what, it's gonna happen. So shit gonna be popping off in your life and you don't understand why, because nigga, you're thoughtless. You don't motherfucking think first. Think first. You gotta think first. That helps you
I
to
think
make better
that
fucking
also
decisions.
stems back to though. That stems back to not having a foundation of ethics, morals, and values. You know what I'm saying? Not having
Yeah.
a foundation of spirituality, not having a foundation or connection with God. Like if you don't have that connection, you know, just because we don't go to church don't mean we're not spiritual and we don't believe in God and we don't believe in our ancestors, universe, and powers and all that. You know what I'm saying? People they so worldly and so caught up in making money that they don't actually understand that there's more out there. You know what I'm saying? And they're oblivious. And then their actions are just actions to try to become Mr. or Mrs. Him. You know what I'm saying? They trying to be that motherfucker. And so in trying to be that motherfucker and not having a moral foundation, they just kind of do it. They do. JoJo says some people like jail. It's free. Fucking idiot. That right there
Free
is
house and a cot.
hey free.
It's so
It's
funny.
free. Yeah, and that's a
And
sad
free
way to
bills.
live.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause once they get
I'm on water
institutionalized, that
today, y'all.
don't help. That don't help nothing.
I need to go get my head done. Look at my locks, y'all. These motherfuckers is everywhere. That was my sis too. She just texted me and said she don't feel good. I was supposed to go get my shit done today, but she not feeling good. She was probably up drinking all damn night. That's what's wrong with you, sis. You was probably up drinking all night, but it's good though. I'm gonna hit you after this, and we'll chop it up and we'll figure out, you know, when I'm coming out there. But my shit is a mess right now. I love it though. I love it because it's a lot of new growth. You know what I'm saying? I told everybody when I got out the military, I was growing my shit out, man. And boom, bam, wow, check me out. I love it. I love it. If you know me, I was bald headed than a motherfucker. When my wife met me, I was bald headed like a motherfucker. Bald fade, dog, shit. I love it though. But it's I think it's a needed thing that we have all of it out there. Religious, spirituality, the faith, the teachings, all of it. Our children need it. And right now we are in such a bad shape as a community that we need more of it. Whether we're taking our children to church or not, we need to sit down and make sure that we're having ethical, moral conversations with our children. You know what I'm saying about this, that, and the third, from the ground up, money, sex, relationships, um, revenge, life, being wronged. Like we have to think about all of these things our children are going to go through in life. The way that the relationships they're going to have, everything we've been through in life as adults. We got to realize that our children, no matter what we do as a parent, they're going to go through some of these things, and we have to prepare them. And that's giving them a good spiritual, moral, ethical foundation. If we don't do that, then we're setting ourselves up for failure, in the future generations as a society. That means that their children, our children, are going to teach their children, and if they don't teach their children, what's going to happen after that? We got to start to take this shit serious, people. Like, I think a lot of us are too focused with work. You know what I'm saying? Making money, paying bills, and social media. Actually, a lot of people you see a lot of people actually trying to be social media famous, social media stars. Our podcast isn't about being social media stars. It gives us a way to reach out and chit chat with Talisha, Quincy, Sarita, Norman. These are people. Quincy and Talisha, that's family. Sarita, Norman. I don't know them. The other people who tapped in, everybody who tapped in, these are people that we've met through social media interactions, and a way to reach out and talk to people. It's cool. It's good to see different people's perspectives, have these conversations that we feel we need to be having in a bigger forum.
But
Talisha says, what's going to happen
uh,
is what we see right now.
yeah, it's just getting worse and worse, honestly. Like there's no type of foundation at all. So if it's not spiritual, they have no family dynamics. Like what are these kids going out there with, right? And a good
Right,
portion of it is not too much of nothing. So if they're going out there with not too much of nothing, like it's hard for them to go out there and be in teach mode, right? It takes time to get in teaching mode. And once you hit life and life is coming at you fast, you ain't really thinking about teaching, So motherfuckers need to slow down. And like when they're
right,
children, right? But
right.
when they're children, like they need to understand they're children. So do the children thing so that we can teach you what you need to know to be an adult. And some of these children, they don't care to learn the kid stuff. So they don't learn the adolescent stuff. So then they don't learn the young adult stuff. They don't learn anything. You know what I'm saying? Because they just too
Why do
worried
you
about being
think?
grown.
Okay, there you go. You said it were too worried about being grown. I think it also has to do with all these
Shit, you
electronics
know
too.
first. Fuck. It is.
Like
It
they
completely
getting
is. And I'm over.
electronic devices too young. You know what I'm saying? Talisha says most people are in survival mode. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
And
So when life is coming at you fast and you in survival mode, you ain't thinking about teaching shit. You
right.
ain't got time to teach shit. The fuck? I'm trying to nigga be alive tomorrow, bitch. Like you already know how it is to be in the rat race. I got shit to do at all times. I got shit to do. Both parents and the kids. Yep, they push
Quincy
their
says
kids grown too fast, and that's crazy because I see it, and then they
like a
be like, "Well, what's
motherfucker.
wrong with them?" And it's like, nigga,
You
nigga.
made this motherfucker grow up too fast. And in doing you didn't teach him no values. You made them hurry up and grow up. Made them get out the house too early, made them get a job too early, made them start worrying about making money too early. You made them start worrying about adult shit too early.
Yeah,
And in certain situations, you see it where the kid is damn near trying to keep up with the parent. Talisha says, and either the sleep all the times or drinking or smoking to band aid the survivor's battle scars. Yeah. And if you never
yeah.
coherent,
And most of that shit is
either
learned
they
behavior.
sleep.
They
Yeah.
watch all the shit, then they just go mimic it, and they start at hella young, and it's like y'all don't even understand. And because the parents don't care to elaborate, right? They just doing shit. That's what the
Right.
fucking kid learns. Like, and that kid's gonna do some shit and turn into an adult that's just doing shit, and Don't let them start having kids. That's exactly the whole other cycle, you know? We just mimic. That's what kids do the best. They mimic what the fuck they see.
That's
So
some
you
high
can say
quality
whatever.
H2O.
Say whatever the fuck you want to, nigga. They gonna mimic whatever the hell they see. So you plus whoever the fuck they go around. That's what they showing you.
Yeah. And if they mimicking, if
The
you
people they
doing
go
all the
around, do they
fuckery,
have morals? Did they have some type of spiritual standing, or do you let your children go around whoever? Like that's a real thing about the village. Like we have to pay attention to all of these things
what's the village
because
look like?
nigga, you have that much control over at least your portion. So what's
I'll be
happening
right
in
back.
your
Let me go
portion?
check
So
on my
we
babies.
fucking these niggas. Also, that's why depression has been at an all-time high in the last decade, more than ever. Yeah, I can see it. I can see it because no spiritual standing. They kind of don't know what to do with their feelings, and then I noticed that most of them don't care to like talk about anything. At any point in time, they don't care to talk about stuff. So depression is always going to get worse, I feel like, if people cannot communicate with whoever the hell they're around. This generation has epidemic of depression. It's even in their music. Yeah, I feel it. But that's that whole thing with society. They're going to do whatever and try to force our kids to really follow it. We have to let them know what the hell is going on because our kids are still going to choose what they are doing, especially when their peers. When their peers, and you know, peer pressure is a thing too. So when their peers listen to whatever, they want to listen to the cool music, and then they're still going to listen to it. But you have to be able to step in and let them understand this is what is happening with music. Because everything it's in the TV, it's in music, whatever shows, movies,
Right.
all that shit, and everything to make everyone do the worst things possible, and that includes depression, falling in with your depression, anxieties, and other fears, so to speak. Like you should not be doing all of these things, and they're like teenagers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that those are like the fun times, right? For like us, and those are the funner times, like teenagers, and these niggas over here stressed the fuck out already. It's like, damn, that shit's crazy. Like, what do you be doing? I'd be like, what do y'all do with y'all time? What do you do with your time? There's so many hours in a day, and these motherfuckers just be on their devices. What are you doing with your time? Because if you're over here depressed, that means that is literally the time that your body is saying, I need you to pay attention to me. Not all
Right.
this other shit. Me. What's wrong? Not even what's wrong. What's happening with me? Because if you say what's
Go
wrong
spend
with
some
you,
time with you.
you know, words matter. Like words really matter. Don't say what's wrong with you. Say what's going on with me right now. What do you need right now? That's where these kids are understanding. That's what the main thing of what depression is. You need something. What's going on with you? And they don't want to. They just go, oh well, my friend and my woo woo woo, and we're like, okay. So that's not gonna help you at all right now. So if you don't pay attention to you right now as a teenager, you're gonna go down the road as an adult, right? That they're just trying so hard to be adults. Once you get there, you still have to learn how to pay attention to you. Ooh wee.
What?
I was I was living my best teenage life for the most part. Cause like what the fuck? They be so I don't know. I understand that like when you first hit like teenager, you can get emotional and all that stuff, right? All the hormones, you can get emotional, right? But like it's time to understand you. And then they just want to just I'm grown. I'm grown. I don't have to pay attention to me. And I've dealt with many children at this point and many teenagers that are fucking grown and you know all the shit. Okay, so why don't you pay attention to you? And none of them have a fucking reason. And it's like when you become an adult and it's really that time and you need to pay attention to you, you're gonna have hella responsibilities. You don't want to do it then. Like fucking try to learn yourself when you got time. They don't understand they have time when they're teenagers. Have fucking fun, learn yourself, so that when you go out into the world,
Sorry
you know
about that.
exactly what you're doing and you're fucking happy about the shit.
Son came in the house just
They're way
bawling,
more
crying
sensitive
right
than
now.
previous generations. Oh my God. I love you too, because yes, I understand being emotional, and that's the crazy part that they don't get. Like, I am sensitive and I can be very emotional sometimes. So I feel like if you can't understand that from a person who can be so sensitive, right? It's like you don't care to really understand yourself. So when you go in this
Right.
life, right, no matter what, you have to fucking grow up. We're all getting older each fucking day. What the fuck? You're getting older. Why don't you want to fucking know you to know how to take care of you? Because now you're going into relationships and you're expecting people to know you and fucking love you and respect
You
you,
don't
and
know
bitch,
you.
you don't respect you. You don't respect you. How the fuck you expect something? You know what I'm saying? How can
Yeah,
you
that's kind of
expect
stupid.
something from someone that you cannot give and provide to yourself? Like, it doesn't
Right.
fucking make sense. And these kids don't understand that shit. So we're like, that's where some parents go, well,
Yeah.
shit, maybe you need to go to the church or something, motherfucker. Because I don't understand. You need some guidance. You need guidance. Everyone needs guidance. Everyone needs help at some point, right? Nigga, you talk about high depression, nigga. Take care of yourself, just like everyone has to do.
I know my kids ain't out here tripping again.
All right.
My kids be tripping, y'all. They be out here tripping. I swear they're so active. But I think that we need to really dig down deep because, like Talisha said, this shit is going like we see. This world is in a world of hurt. Our babies really, and when I say our babies, I don't mean just our kids. I mean our general, our community. It's in a bad way, and our kids don't have the ethics, morals, values, the spirituality, the in tuneness that they actually need. There are some that do. There are a lot that do, but in a majority, I don't think they have it like they need to. I think we've fallen short. I think we're not giving them our best as this generation parents right now. Individually, all we can do is the best with our household. But in the overall grand scheme of it, I think that we need to improve and we need to do better. And if we don't start doing so soon, it's going to be really it's detrimental now. It's detrimental now. The way that they're killing each other, the way that they're out here betraying each other, the betrayal rate is like if there was a census to calculate like how many times friends betray friends and all of this shit that's going on, I believe that shit would be fucking ridiculous. The numbers would be crazy because that's what a lot of this shit that these kids is on, what they want to call backdooring the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like all of that comes from weak foundation morally. You know what I'm saying? To want to backdoor your homeboy, to snake your homeboy, to want to fuck your homeboy's girl, to do that's all snake shit. Like, where's your morals at? Where's your ethics at? Where's your values? Where's your principles, nigga? What the fuck kind of homeboy is you that you want to backdoor your homeboy or you want to go fuck your homeboy's chick, baby mama, wife, whatever? Like, nigga, you not a homeboy. That's not how homeboys operate. Not supposed to. Talisha says the fight is so hard because it's a spiritual battle, not a human battle. Yeah, big facts. It is, but everybody is living in the flesh. Everybody worldly. Everybody is fleshly. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be on that elevated level. I think it's too much work. Why do y'all think that is? That is that they like. I think it's too much. I think they think it's too much work. Like it's too much work for them to elevate to that spiritual level, and they comfortable doing the easy work on the lower level. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that they ready for the work. I don't think that they got it in them to put that work in. I think it's a comfort level. I think some people are just comfortable with the way shit is, and they're like, "Oh fuck it," you know what I'm saying? Subconsciously, not just like openly, like just fuck. I think subconsciously they on some. Oh well, this is kind of like the way shit is now. You know what I'm saying? But I think we need to do better. I think we can do better. You know what I'm saying? I think we can actually bring our people back from the bullshit that we're in right now. Like we are killing each other. It's always been us killing each other, but the way they're doing it now, and it's just growing and growing and growing. If we want to see it or not, we live in our black bubble over here, and I love it with my wife and my family, my children. But we know reality, and we have to see reality for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
It's crazy because we just had a lesson the other day because how we virtual school my son. We had a lesson and it was the one I told you he wasn't paying attention to, right? And that
right,
we had to go back over. And it actually was lightweight teaching about someone who was born into slavery and then it became legal when he was about 9 years old. So you know how like if you just let him just read it, whatever, he's not going to pay attention to it. But if you choose to engage with your children, how they can better understand something, right? But
right,
he's about 6 right now. I said, this boy was 9. Do you even know what a slave is? He don't even know what a slave is, y'all, because we have him here, right? So it's time to
right,
go down that path. And I'm like, oh, which is interesting because I didn't have that guidance to when that information came, right? To interpret it through a child like mine. And I'm like, cool, because it's time now. It's actually time. My my oldest son is 6. Like it's that time
like
for
it's
him
yeah.
to even learn the things that we were taught in a crazy manner, right? So it's time to go down that
Let's
road
make sure
because
that yeah, he is taught.
yeah, he's actually taught because this is a little skim over something. And that's usually what it is. It's always a little skim over something, you know? So where you can get taught in depth is where us as the parents have to go, okay, it's that time
Yeah,
for that information to be given and do it in a way to where he can fully understand what the hell is going on around him. And so it's about to get interesting over here for sure.
it's always interesting over here.
Uh,
We just stay in our own little world. But I love it though because to recognize and see that the we know that there's going to be a lot of like we take on this teaching seriously, and through the years, each level, each year you enhance the teachings to your children. You add more information, it gets more detailed, more meaty, um, more honest, more open because they can perceive it, receive it better. Their learning
once
capacity,
their
their intelligence
comprehension level
grows.
starts to rise, you can
Right.
give better, more detailed information. So though we've gone over this, and it's always a though you've heard of this, right? So this one happened to be something new because I didn't want him to learn about this until he could even read. He said, well, once we can read, look, we about to
Right.
get it shit. So by reading, it's
Now we gonna
time
get to
to
that shit
start
shit.
reading.
Yeah.
Time to really get into it because when it comes to us and being mindful, we teach our children you're gonna use that mind.
You're gonna use
It's
that
going to
goddamn brain.
happen.
You got a beautiful fucking brain. So let's use that motherfucker. Felicia said, yes, definitely. I've been talking to my kids since about that age. I have them watch
Yep.
documentaries and everything. Yeah, and that's
Yeah, I
beautiful.
think
We
it's
have
about
to.
that time. So I've been
Hmm.
waiting because comprehension level, I feel like if
Right.
they get certain stuff too soon, it could be detrimental, is what I feel like. So I feel like certain things have to go by age. You know what I'm saying? So he's about at that age. It's not like they haven't seen movies where there's fighting and stuff, right?
Right.
Okay. So it's not like this is going to be your first experience with some type of fighting in it, right? So
But we're
because the
gonna start.
world
This is
teaches
history.
violence, yeah, this is actually history. So now it's time to go into something. And it's just so perfect how it's coming up right now because the way that lesson skimmed over it, it was so cute. And I was like, son, I got so much to teach you. Look, I got so much to teach you. So get ready. Are we gonna go on this roller coaster ride?
Yeah, gotta hydrate myself. I was drinking last night, y'all. Whew. That stomach, get that hydration in there. But it's great though to have these conversations with everybody. I love everybody out there tapping in. Make sure y'all hit them likes and them loves and all that good shit, man, and share this shit out for us. Um, we gotta keep instilling. I love that my wife sees these things and actually teaches. You know what I'm saying? She plans on the shit. The fact that Talisha, you've been doing the same talking to them since that age, where we understand the comprehension level. When you are an active parent and you are actually trying to instill into your children, you understand their growth, you see their growth, and you start to recognize their comprehension level, you start to recognize their intelligence and all the whole shit. And you know when you can start to give them more information. You know when you can start to give them more details about the information. Sometimes you have to go back over the information you've already given them and give them more details about that, because now they can grasp and understand more. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, where you told them the principles, like the foundation of whatever it was, now let's go back and reiterate again and get into more detail about this. You understand? I just think it's important that if we're going to be parents, we have to take this shit like all the way serious. Talisha says, my son started getting pissed as he first started learning our history. I had to let him know, use that energy to do change. Yeah. Understand that change is needed. Yep. Get pissed. Get pissed. Understand the reality of the world, the way that shit is working, the way that the dynamic is, and work to make change. This is how we, I think, raise children who don't want to use the money to be selfish. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a way to raise children who would see, you know what, there's work to be done. Let me be a giver to the community. Let me get out there and help my community. Let me get out there and actually become a fixer, healer, pillar, teacher, staple in the community and do good for my black community. You know what I'm saying? But we got to start teaching them. We got to get out of twerk mode. You know what I'm saying? Get out of
Got in it.
I'm so glad.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
She only
that came
twerked
out
for me.
so
I
fast.
love it.
Came out so fast though.
Uh,
No.
but we got to get out of twerk mode. You know what I'm saying? As a people, we got to get out of that bullshit mode and all that old fuckery. Y'all know the fuckery, man. I'm not gonna name names and all the whole shit, but it's a lot of people out there on that whole ratchet fuckery ass shit, and a lot of people gear to it. You see little girls shaking their asses, and I mean little girls like doing these ratchet ass dances and all the whole shit. If my daughter ever in motherfucking life, I would kick a field goal right out her ass. Do you understand me? Do you understand? As soon as the boom, bow, fucking field goal. Don't you ever, heifer. No, we don't do that. We don't get down like that around here. It's don't be laughing at me, Talisha. I ain't playing, damn it. But we got to make sure that we not falling into that trap. Yeah, we got to go make money. We need to get our children to understand and be financially literate, know how to go get money, and be in the higher earning brackets. But we got to teach them that money isn't the end all. We got to teach them that this life that we live is a collective, and as a black community, we need to heal and we need to do what we can to pour into each other. We need to do better we need to do better individually so we can do better for the collective. If we continue to be selfish individuals, then we're never going to get to that healing point. If we never get to the godliness in us that they keep trying to taint and paint over, that they keep trying to hide and mask and taint, twist into some evil shit. Like, we have that God in us. If we don't get back to it and get to recognizing it, we're gonna keep going down a fucked up road. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to see it. I want to see our generations get better. I want to be able to go out into a community where we actually can shake hands with each other. And if we're not shaking hands, at least be fucking cordial and hospitable, where we can pass each other without a problem. And our children aren't looking at each other with as ops. But we got to have some type of spiritual foundation, some type of connection to God. So let's make sure we teach that to our children, people. What you want to leave them with, baby?
Have the hard conversations, even the ones about religion, because it seems like people don't care to talk about shit. So if you see your kid needs more, like, let's start talking about that shit. Because what do you need? How do we get you that thing? And make sure that you're cool. If it's religion, if it's spirituality, whatever the heck, let's get to it.
There you have it. Thank y'all for tapping in. Everybody tapping in. I know my wife is not feeling good over there. I am not trying to. I'll be reading her facial cues, y'all. And I see her body gestures and her movements and everything, and I'll be trying to read her.
He
And
likes to push me to the limit, though, so he thinks it's fun. Bye.
I don't think it's fun. I don't think it's fun. Um,
Love you guys.
we love you guys. Make sure y'all stay tuned in. Excuse me. Make sure y'all stay tuned in every Saturday, 10 a.m. live, like your cartoons, man. The early bird special. Thank y'all again. This is Real Blunt, the show we keep it real, we keep it blunt, we keep it black love and unity. I'm 50 Capone.
See you guys later.
Feelings, I ain't worried about the comments, I just focus on
Enjoy
my
the
vision,
music.
nigga. Won't settle for nothing less. Calculated steps, ain't none of this here a guess. That's why my numbers going up. I ain't finished, I just started having fun. Honey bands, all bands, all hundreds, anything under half a milli, already done it, nigga. If we talking about them bands, I'm with it for the fam. I get it for the fam, my God. I ain't worried about the bands, I'm spending coming back tenfold every band I blow. If we talking about the bands, I'm with it for the fam. I get it for the fam, my God. I ain't worried about the bands, I'm spending coming back tenfold every band I blow. I ain't worried about the cheese. It's just an edge to a maze. I'm working on my drain. Another resource a lot of people bleed for. Inflation across the nation and now I need more. Haters keep smacking their lips. I get their teeth sore. Mad cause I smell like this money weed in a Dior, huh? I done failed and stumbled along the way. I ain't never quit. I ain't never come out the game. I ain't never snitch. I ain't never fuck with them lames. I'm my best spit. I'm still thugging and getting paid. Niggas stacking all this money for generations to come. 7 kids, I gotta open a couple trust funds. Now my business poppin', teaching my babies how I get it. I got some haters hella mad. Look like I'm feeling like a motherfucking boss. If you ain't tearing bands off, you can't talk to me. If we talking about them bands, I'm with it for the fam. I get it for the fam, my God. I ain't worried about the bands. I'm spending coming back tenfold every band I blow. If we talking about the bands, I'm with it for the fam. I get it for the fam, my God. I ain't worried about the bands. I'm spending coming back tenfold every band I blow. Look, I've been running through this money all my life. At 22, I had a Jacob with the ice. Money, call competition, no stripes. R1, Yamaha, all great, no pipes. Medicated, I stay smoking weed for this work for certain. I'ma charge a flat. Big boss still tearing bands off. Got 10 packs left, and it's all hardball. Understand my plan is for the fam, baby. I've been working on buying a hella land lately. I'm executing the mission to get rich. No matter what I make, I need some money in this bitch. All that hating on me really ain't needed. Probably should have stuck with me instead of trying to beat me, but most people is fake. They're really hella greedy, watch them turn into a snake the minute you stop feeding them. If we talking about the bands, I'm with it for the fam. I get it for the fam. I ain't worried about the bands, I'm spending coming back tenfold every band I blow. If we talking about the bands, I'm with it for the fam. I get it for the fam, my God.